And welcome back to another Halloween special, The Ghouls and Goblins of the Diversions Podcast. We're your host here, Ava Suit 101.
And
or
Captain
01.
Hammer.
Another special Halloween episode here for you guys today, this time in video form. Because we loved the first video episode so much, we're just like, you know what? Let's deliver again for the Halloween special.
Absolutely not a nightmare at all anytime we set this up.
It is always
Smooth every time.
Wait, what do you mean we said? I set this up.
I did the camera angle a little bit. I contributed.
Oh, man. But aside from that, I don't know, you got any plans for Halloween coming up now?
You know damn well the only thing I'm doing is going to your party.
It's fair enough, fair enough. But I guess, do you get trick-or-treaters still anytime? Because remember
I get nothing. I'm so sad in this neighborhood I'm in. I get no kids, and it really upsets me because I love trick-or-treaters. They're fucking adorable, man.
They're pretty cool. I mean, last year I bought like bags of candy expecting trick-or-treaters, but nobody came. And I'm just like, I mean, it's a win-win situation for me because I get all this bag of candy, but it's just like, damn, do like kids not trick-or-treat anymore like they used to?
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm seeing a lot of them out like this week already, so... I mean, maybe they're just doing it early, or maybe parents are like more scared now, or something like that. But I'm just not seeing a lot of it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think one of the things that I would love to do is like move to a neighborhood that's like a Halloween town, like where they go all out for Halloween.
Yeah, like the houses along Pratt
by
Warren Park.
Yep. That's one of my favorite areas that I used to hit.
Dude, those houses were
like
amazing. Every time you went by there. Like I know one house always had like a giant spider crawling up it. Actually, because I used to live close to there, but one of my neighbors was like a vintage car collector, and so every year he would take all of his cars and drive them up on the lawn, and then set up like roadkill and stuff like that, and it was so cool. And so like every year I would look forward to it, like watching him get set up. I'd be like, oh, he's bringing out the old school VW Beetle, like he's getting set up for Halloween now. So.
Oh, man. I think one of the houses that they made you go through the house. Like, you went through the front lawn and everything, and you had to go through the house, but it was like haunted house style. And, like, at the end is where you get your candy. But, like, if you got scared, they'd be like, nope, you got to go. Like, if you screamed, basically, like, nope. I mean, you still get candy, just not the full-size candy bars that was at the very end.
Yeah, they had the good shit in the back. But, oh, my God, I miss those. Yeah, no, those houses balled out. Like, one of these days, I definitely wish to be one of those people, because I've fucking love Halloween, so I want to be able to ball out like that.
Yeah, I remember watching the movie Fun Size, like that. In that movie, like that whole town, they went all out for the Halloween. I was like, I want to live in an area like that. Like, that's what I want. Like, Halloween parties go crazy, everything like that.
Yeah,
that's why I'm excited for my Halloween party, because like we decked it out. So,
oh yeah, I finally get to see the Mars Attacks alien.
Oh, and
the Eye of Sauron. I saw all the stuff.
Oh, that's still small compared to everything else we decorated.
Oh, I'm so excited.
And the treats that we have coming up for that party. So, I'm excited for that too as well.
Okay, I can't wait.
Okay. But I guess to move on to our spooky recommendations, unless you have anything else to add for your segments.
Oh, buddy, I have everything.
All right, he's coming prepared.
I came loaded today.
All right, he's stepping up, people. 3 episodes in a row.
I don't know about last week, but yeah. But, all right, songs. B has been bumping some old schools, 80s, new wave music. I've had
what you got?
Erasure, A Little Respect stuck in my head. You know that song.
I think I'm RSPCT.
No, that's okay. Aretha Franklin.
I don't know.
And one I know you know, Space Age Love Song by Flock of Seagulls.
Oh, who doesn't know that song?
Yeah, the one
that's
after
my jam.
The one from Symbiotic Titan right after the Kimmy dance.
Yep. If I ever make it big, I'm gonna call Gendy, be like, hey, can I like borrow that whole segment for you?
Yeah, just can I license this like 2 minutes of cinematic gold?
Because I would love to incorporate that in Power Rangers.
Wait, incorporate what?
That like that whole scene where like
the twerking scene?
Not the twerking scene, but like when the Space Age Love Song starts playing and then like the Titan shows up, fights a big kaiju monster.
Yeah. I think you might want to license that for Flock of Seagulls, but yes.
I mean, music, fine. Like that.
Music make me
cool. Music is not the hard part. It's just asking someone to be like, hey, I want to like copy this because it's so fucking perfect.
I feel like you can just do it and call it an homage and you're fine.
I mean, I still want to like reach out to him and be like, hey, do you mind if I?
Sure, because then he might respond.
Yeah,
and we'll be like, hey, like we should hang out.
I don't know, like a while, like maybe like 2 years ago, because I was so upset with the 2017 Power Rangers movie that I wrote my own fan film.
You fucking nerd! I love you so much.
So like the whole way I had to set up. Sorry, this is like a little tangent here, but like I guess
we live for tangents here.
and the way I wanted to write that, like that whole Symbiotic Titan scene was like, I guess like, you know, Zach is out on a date, his friends are like fighting somewhere else and like they're calling him for help, but you know he's not really paying attention to it because you know he's like with his day and everything.
Trying to be like a teenager.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then it ends well. You know, he gets his first kiss with the girl, and then she walks away, and then you know, and like for anyone who knows, it's like, you know, after you like you get your first kiss from the girl that you love. And like, you know, you finally nail that moment, you feel invincible.
You got to do some fist pumps. You got to jump over a thing.
It's not just like
you might run for like a block or two until you're like, man, why am I running? Like, yeah, I get it.
It's not that, but like I said, like you feel invincible. So he morphs, he joins his team, and he just starts kicking
just whooping
ass. And I kind of like want to sync up him kicking ass with like his partner, whatever she's doing. I haven't like really thought about it that far yet, but maybe she's doing gymnastics. Or she's at like some dance class.
Because that's what I do after a day. I hit the gymnastics mat, baby.
I don't know. Like, it's not totally fleshed out, but I just know
what do girls do?
It could be a number of different things, you know. I mean, my whole movie takes place in the 90s, so
women be shopping. She's going to the mall,
so you never know. Yeah. But I just know I want to do that scene, but with Power Rangers.
Yeah, I like it.
I think it works.
But yeah, so I got those two songs. You want an anime? A little on the horror-ish side, with a warning. Goblin Slayer Season 2 premiered at the beginning of October. I caught up on the first 3 episodes of that one. If you watched Goblin Slayer Season 1 and had any trouble at all with that opening scene, be warned, they recap it at the beginning of Season 2, so you still get a little bit traumatized. But once you get past that, then we're into the just kind of slice of life monster hunting type of deal. For now, at least, for the first 3 episodes. So there's that one, Goblin Slayer. That's a good one. And are we going to do Horror Rex now, or?
Yeah, we good. I mean, cool. that counts as Horror Rex. I mean, this is I think all of October for me has been Horror Rex.
It's a good point. But I've recently watched Hell House, which was a lot of fun.
All right.
Have you seen that one?
It sounds familiar, I guess.
Group of friends have like kind of an entertainment company. And so they find this old abandoned place that apparently like the owner like hung himself in, and so they decided to make it into a haunted house. Little did they know the house is really haunted. So opening day,
don't you hate when that happens?
I know, right? Opening day does not go the way they expect, and terror ensues, and it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's creepy. You see like a lot of them setting up the haunted house and like the creepy shit that happens before that, and then like the day of, like shit just goes off the walls. So I saw that, and then As Above, So Below.
That sounds very familiar.
Brother, I was so stressed watching this movie. Like, if you have any kind of claustrophobia, it will mess with you. And
oh boy,
because yeah, it's them going into the catacombs in France.
Oh, I know exactly.
Yeah. And they just go deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper, deeper. And I'm freaking out the entire time. It didn't help that I was like high as a kite towards the last half hour of the movie because my heart was pounding. My watch actually went off and let me know that my heart was elevated and I needed to like seek medical attention if it stayed that way. Like I was losing it. So As Above, So Below. I think it lives up to the hype. I've heard some people criticize it for not being like as good as it is hyped up, but I think it's pretty great. So check it out. I was stressed the whole time.
All right. I think for my spooky recommendations for this week, or I guess the last week, because this is the Halloween episode.
Sure.
And that is, the first one is An American Werewolf in London.
Classic.
Yeah.
The transformation scene?
Yeah, exactly. Classic werewolf film with some humor, a little bit of humor in there.
Yep.
Which was nice. I didn't know that the dude who wrote the movie was a previous National Lampoon writer.
Yes.
Which I was just like, okay, like this makes sense. But I was just like, man, dude really loves his horror.
Dude, I'm telling you, comedy writers write the best like drama and horror. They're just great.
But as for the transformation scene, oh my god, for special effects for that era, it's
iconic.
God, it was crazy. I had Tali watch it. She's just like, I've never seen this. But she's like, that is crazy. And like I always tell people that one moment where like David is like yelling out and he's screaming for help. You see him look at the camera, and I'm just like, I feel like that's him yelling at the audience for help because it's just like no one can help him.
Oh,
Like no one can help him. And
he spiked the lens and they just went with it.
Yeah, it was great. Like I love that movie. I mean, it does get a little bit cheesy sometimes with the werewolf attacks and everything, but you know, towards the final third of the film is where they probably all their big budget for the werewolf stuff went, because that was just a massacre.
Okay, save it for the end. I like that.
Yeah, and then I guess another werewolf film. I've been watching a lot of werewolf films lately.
Werewolves are great, man.
It's a good classic horror film.
They don't get as much love as vampires, and I think werewolves deserve a little bit more love.
Yeah.
I was Team Jacob.
But this one is probably one of the most bizarre werewolf films I've ever seen. This one is called Wolf. Now, are you ready for this cast?
Wasn't there an anime called Wolf?
Probably was.
Wolf's Rain.
Yeah,
Wolf's Rain, that's what it was. Okay. All right, anyways, carry on. Wolf.
This cast is ridiculous because I myself was thinking, it's like, how did they get all these people to do a monster film?
Who?
The star of the film was Jack Nicholson. He plays a werewolf.
Okay.
Michelle Pfeiffer was a love interest.
Okay.
And then the antagonist for this film was James Spader.
Okay.
Right, exactly. I'm just
this
like,
cast is lit, dude. Was this like all before they were like huge? Well, Nicholson's always been huge.
Jack Nicholson was huge. Michelle Pfeiffer was huge. James Spader was like up and coming, basically.
How did this fly under my radar for this?
I don't know. The guy who wrote the film was like a big drama writer, I guess, and like novelist and everything. He was friends with Jack Nicholson, I found out. So I'm like, oh, maybe this is why he agreed to do it. But man, I saw the movie. It's crazy. Fair warning, there are some triggering scenes here and there. Mm-hmm. Jack Nicholson plays like a publisher, like at some big company and everything, and then he gets like overtaken by his protege, who's played by David Spade, or
James Spader. David Spade would make for a hell of a movie, though.
Oh yeah, I got confused. They both just have such similar last names.
Yeah, I guess.
What, Spader? It's like, come on, it's there.
Okay.
But his character gets bit by like a big black werewolf one night, and then
don't that always be happening.
And then he starts developing like wolf characteristics and everything, and then he uses that, you know, to like take his place back at the publishing company and everything. And then something happens, because then even like his antagonist also gets werewolf powers, and it leads down to
everyone's out here being a wolf.
Yeah, but the big showdown, it was crazy, and I'm just like, man, massive. Like the cast itself, I was just like, the werewolf story was second. It was all about the drama first, and I'm just like, holy shit! I was like, I'm here for this.
This is like the Glengarry Glen Ross of wolf movies.
It's like literally the big wolf on Wall Street.
The big wolf on Wall Street. Big bad wolf on Wall Street. I like that. We can make that parody. 100%.
Yeah, but for this instance, the whole werewolf story, it was just along for the ride. It was all about the drama between these two publishing dudes going at it.
I love when you can make a horror movie and not even like acknowledge the fact that it's a horror movie, because it's just like a drama. And then also like there is just horror elements that are going on.
Yeah.
Like that's impressive to me. How have I not heard of this movie?
I don't know. It's old. It's like came out in 92.
Yeah. Okay.
James Spader looks so
one.
young. James Spader looks super young, though.
He was probably a baby back then. God damn.
Very fit, too. So.
Oh, okay, Mr. Spader.
Yeah, and then the last recommendation I have here is Fright Crew, which is a series on Hulu from DreamWorks, which bizarre to me because it's like aimed at kids, but I'm like, there's no way in hell this is for fucking kids. No way in hell. This show explores about 5 kids who, I guess, get superpowers from like voodoo and like Creole spirits, basically.
Okay.
And they develop these powers, and like they use these. One of the girls in the show, she already had powers because like she's part of some race that are called Grooge or Grooze. I forgot the name, how to pronounce it, because it is Cajun and like Creole and all that stuff. So I'm not the best.
Gruyere.
So, but she becomes like one of their ability, like one of the things that her people can do is like they become like Hulk-like beings, but like hairy kind of things, like ogres, Sasquatches. I don't know how else.
Cool.
Like kind of like that. Yeah. And then other people, you know, this one kid, he's able to channel like bring back dead spirits to life, but only for a certain limited amount of time before it starts taking a strain on him. And then this other girl, she has like the power of like Her name was Mother something, but they all have their own set of powers in voodooism and everything. And then they use these powers to explore like some dark mystery in town. There's vampires involved in this shit and other like fairies, dark fairies.
Oh, we got the whole underworld.
Yeah, we got the whole underworld just battling out in the Louisiana swamp. It's a great show.
Okay.
By the way. Yeah, great show, by the way. I definitely.
Hulu?
Yeah, Hulu.
All right, you got to give me your password again, but I will watch
Get
that.
your own Hulu. But yeah, it's a great series. I loved it overall. I think it's like 10 episodes, maybe 20.
Okay.
I can't remember because I was just like
10 or 20 is a pretty big difference, buddy.
The thing is, like, I just flew by because I was just enjoying.
My man was straight gripped.
Yeah, it's a great series, but yeah, that's how I will close out my spooky recommendations for this year's
Solid
Halloween
stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. But I guess over here to move on to our main topics.
You mean the meat and potatoes? I forgot to do it last time, so I had to this time. My ancestors cry every time I do that.
Creatures of the Night rule again as Gargoyles is set to return to Disney Plus, except not in animated form.
Such a weird move.
Yeah, but this time in live action. Now, before the groans and eye rolls come along, just know that this project will be helmed over by James Wan, the man who knows horror, along with his longtime collaborator, what's his name, Gary Doberman. Such a cool last name for that.
Doberman?
Yeah, for horror. Yeah, they team up to tell the story of the Manhattan Clan, and like I do like and appreciate James Wan, and like I feel like he could be a good fit, but I think just my personal preferences with animation.
I mean, I can see them trying to do more like a character-driven, like kind of like human story, but they just happen to be gargoyles. I mean, we literally just talked about Wolf. Like the horror stuff was kind of secondary. So maybe if they kind of go that route, I could be okay with it. I will say, if Idris Elba gets involved, I want him 100%. He is a gargoyle's voice to the T. But
nah, man, you can't disrespect my man Keith David. So that he
That's
is
true.
Goliath.
he is Goliath.
He is Goliath.
But yeah, like I mean, just why not just animate it, man?
Exactly.
Why not just animate it?
I don't understand this whole defiance by Disney of like animating stuff.
They literally made their bread and butter as an animation company, and now they're like anything but animation.
Like for their 100-year anniversary, which is happening now, their upcoming movie Wish is CGI animated, despite everyone begging for 2D animation.
Just give me some clean 2D. They invented some of the most incredible 2D animation ever, and they're just like, nah, we're good.
I don't get it. Like this whole defiance, and even then, it's just like, why would you want to make this live action? You're limiting yourself. You're limiting the story to be told here.
Because now
with
you're
live
opening
action.
yourself up to being like, oh, well, the CGI was terrible, and it's like, well, of course, because it should have been animated.
Yeah, because now you have this show could be affected by cuts in the special effects department, and then it could also be cuts in the budget of it overall because it's like you have to pay actors. You have to do all,
Have they announced casting yet?
No, I think this is still very much early in
yeah. So if they ball out on the casting, like you said, the effects budget is going to be minimal. So, I mean, people are gonna be watching this from our generation. People are going to be watching this pretty closely and probably going to be pretty judgmental of it.
Yeah, but it's also like, how much are you going to give a streaming TV show? Like you're not going to give this a movie budget like $100 million per episode or anything. Like,
yeah, I mean, fucking Firefly got canceled because it was too expensive, and it's the greatest TV show ever made.
Yeah, because you gotta like make visual effects for like 5 or 6 different gargoyles at a time.
Yeah, and I mean, like they can do certain things like them hiding their wings a whole lot and stuff, but they still have prosthetics. They're still gonna have to look gargoyle-ish.
Yeah, I swear to God, if they do some stupid bullshit where they become humans by day, I swear to God, I swear to
could
God,
see that.
I swear to
actually.
God, I will.
Yeah, well, I mean, you could do practical effects with that and makeup and stuff like that, and that is cheaper, and it will look cooler. So maybe. I mean, I choose to have a little bit of hope here, but I'm also just kind of confused why they're not just animating.
I just don't understand. The more I think about the logic behind this, the more it doesn't make sense to me because you have Greg Weisman, the creator of the show, who has been eager. And
yeah, I mean, we did an entire episode about the gargoyles, basically.
And he's been vocal about coming back to try to, continue the story.
Say back faster next time. He's been vocal about coming back.
Only you would do that. Only you would do that. Everybody else is, I don't know where your head's at.
I live in sin, brother.
So yeah, I just don't get why this wouldn't want to be animated. Like I would just be so much better. Even like their X-Men 97 project is not 2D animated. It's like, why do you want to do that in this stupid...
I mean, like, I get trying to push the envelope and switch it up and do something new because people are tired of the old stuff, but they're not. They're not tired of the old stuff. Like, the old stuff is good and it's great, and I just want to see more of that.
We want 2D animation. It's like, because it's such a relic now. And when people do 2D animation, it's just like, oh my god, this looks amazing.
That's what I'm saying. Like the DC movies and stuff like that, all the animated movies... Every single one of them is a home run. Amazing. But just people aren't watching them as much as they are like the live action stuff. And I think maybe that's what they're trying to reach. And maybe they're trying to bridge the gap between like the younger generation watching it, even though it's not the younger generation. It's fucking our generation watching stuff like this.
Not even, I think they're just being cheap.
And they're trying to get like the older generations to buy into it. So they don't have the excuse of being like, oh, well, it's a cartoon. Cartoon's for kids, so I'm not going to watch it. Like, maybe that's why they're all going all live action and different models of like CGI and stuff like that. But just, yeah, man, give us the 2D. You guys cut your teeth on 2D animation. Just stick to what you know.
I mean, your whole big era of animation was called the Disney Renaissance because of 2D animated films.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense at all to me.
And even like when you were talking earlier about American Werewolf in London, like the transformation scene, the CGI on there, that also harkens back to like 90s Jurassic Park and stuff like that. Practical effects back in the day before like a ton of CGI took over everything. Like they were just more innovative back then, and it really showed, and the product was incredible. And then I don't know if people just got lazier or people got cheaper who are making these movies and TV shows, but I feel like we're losing a little bit of the soul as we go along.
Oh, 100%. I think there's just some magic to 2D animation. Because it is a lot more work, but that hard work shows like because people are amazed by it. Just look at the Beauty and the Beast with the ballroom dancing.
Yeah.
Like
and then look at the live action dump they took on it. Sorry, Emma Watson, I love you to death, but you did not cast the spell on me there.
The Tarzan scene when he's like
when he's surfing
on
surfing?
Vine surfing. I was just like,
ooh, Phil Collins backtracking that shit was magic.
Like the work it took, it's just astounding. Like these movies stand the test of time because of the work put behind this 2D animation.
Yeah, that's the other thing, is they are timeless. They're never going to be antiquated. They're never going to look bad because they are just good and well animated. Like live action shit, you look back on it and be like, oh, well, the CGI wasn't as good as it was, or like the CGI wasn't as good back then as it is now, or like it used to be better a long time ago.
Exactly.
Like 2D animation is timeless. Everyone will always put pen to paper and draw images and scenes and characters from now into memoriam. Like just more animation, please. If this podcast is about anything at all, it's about a love for animation. So just come on, guys. More animation.
Yeah, 100%. More 2D animation. Give me that.
Yes.
Stop being defined, Disney.
I mean, there is some good 3D animation coming out there and stuff.
There
I mean,
is.
High Score Girl.
That's I feel like it's more of a hybrid of it.
It is a hybrid, which kind of threw me off at first, but the story was good enough. Oh my god, you got to get a burp counter on me. When I start getting really excited about something, I start getting burpy.
But like seriously, like Disney, you're celebrating 100 years. It's like you did a little short story, like animation piece.
Dude, 100 years of animation. They should celebrate by doing an entire year of only 2D animation films.
You're preaching to the choir over here, man. You're preaching to the choir.
Hell yeah, sing it.
But moving on to the next part here.
Moving on up.
And that is, because it's Halloween, what was your worst and what was your best childhood Halloween costume?
Oh, as a child? I never really had great Halloween costumes. There was a series of about 5 consecutive years where me and my friend who lived like 2 blocks from me, wore the exact same costume despite not coordinating this at all. And like our parents were friends, but it's not like they talked about like our Halloween costumes or anything like that. But 5 years in a row, me and this kid wore the same exact costume. And so I'm going to put that as my fail. But also like I had that like hand me down, like my sister and then my other sister wore it. And then I got to wear the just pumpkin, just a pumpkin.
A pumpkin?
Yeah, just a pumpkin.
That's the whitest people costume.
That's all it was, just a pumpkin. And then I remember one year, like I was like, oh, I'm gonna stay in because like I'm 12 now, so like I'm not gonna go trick or treating or anything like that. And then my friends hit me up to be like, oh, come on out. And this is probably the year I saw that cocaine bust that I was telling you about earlier, which might have been on the first recording. Spoilers, folks. This is not the first time we've done this recording, but
why you gotta?
Just to keep you honest, all right, buddy. But I remember like I didn't have anything to wear because I was like, oh shit, I didn't think I was gonna go out tonight. I was trying to be cool, and then we decided to go out and be even cooler because we were egging stuff. And like, haha. So I just raided my dad's closet, and since my dad's was a fireman, retired now. He had like bunker gear, like pullover black masks and everything like that, and just like head to toe black gear. And I just ran outside and I'm like, I'm a ninja, and it was just the laziest ninja costume you've ever seen.
Oh jeez.
But fuck it, man. I got candy. I had some play people. We threw smoke bomb at a group of kids that were in the park. We were shitheads. Ugh, kids, be better. If you listen to this and you're younger, just be better. We sucked. Do better.
You sucked. I don't know what you were doing, but I was definitely not. I wanted my candy. I think I stopped trick-or-treating until I was like 17.
Okay, there's a couple of sides to this coin here, but you're right. Find a happy medium between this.
Seriously. I guess for me, probably my worst Halloween costume, I would have to say, was the year I didn't have one. Because it was because Halloween was on a Sunday, and for some reason there was just happened to be an extra long church service that Sunday. Surprise, surprise.
I wouldn't know, buddy.
So I didn't have no choice but to go. But afterwards, I had to go trick or treating in a fucking dress shirt. It looked super weird.
You could just say you're like.
I told people I was James Bond.
Boom! There you go. See, it's all about creativity. It's like art. Art is all a scam. It's all about the interpretation of the art that makes it.
Yeah, no, this is
great.
bullshit. This is
100%
bullshit. I hate it. I hated that. I was like, I want to wear a costume. Like, no one's gonna give me candy for not wearing a costume.
But you looked like a dapper young lad, I'm sure, and they appreciated that.
I should have said I was alpha.
Yeah,
that probably would have worked better. But I think my best costumes. I have multiple best costumes. One time I had a Batman costume, full decked out.
Cool.
With the muscle, the chest puff piece and everything. I had that. Okay. Another year I was Simba. I even had like the whole lion head thing.
Wow.
Where you stick your head through and it's like the mouth thing. I don't know if you remember that from younger days.
I vaguely recall this, yeah.
Then another year I was Leonardo from Ninja Turtles.
Nice.
Yeah, I liked it cool because like the shell thing, like it like you could put stuff in there, so I would like put my candy bag in there.
Oh, for sure.
And then what was another one? I got to be Archer from Small Soldiers.
How did you pull that off?
I went to Party City. The costume was
They
there.
just had that whole costume?
Yeah, they had that whole costume.
Dude, I loved Archer. Small Soldiers. Great movie, man.
That is a great movie.
They did not do enough with that IP. I'm a little upset with them about that.
And then another year, I got to be Gabumon.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I had a shit ton of costumes growing up. It was just like, I fucking loved Halloween.
Yeah, my parents didn't care nearly enough about it, as the aforementioned pumpkin would suggest.
You were the great pumpkin.
I was the greatest pumpkin, all right? Of the three Maguires that wore that costume, I was definitely the cutest.
Let's
suck it, sisters.
Let's ask them. Let's make a poll.
A poll of me and my sisters that the fans don't know. Let's go. Okay.
Let's go. We'll put a picture side by side comparison, like who was the better pumpkin.
I don't know if I can find those pictures, but sure. Let's do that.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, I just very fond of those Halloween times.
They were good times, man. I miss being a kid.
Definitely.
It was just very fitting because the When We Were Young concert just happened in Vegas recently, and that shit looked wild. The Blink-182 crowd alone was insane.
They probably were dead the next day. Probably threw out their backs and everything.
Oh, 100%. We moshed way too hard. I can guarantee.
Oh, boy. But I guess, what are we drinking here tonight, B?
I'm so glad you asked because I need to make another drink. I'm losing the headphones for this one.
All right, we'll take a brief break here while B makes another drink.
Well, I'll talk and make. I'm making it. I'm showing them. I'm teaching them.
All right.
Punk ass motherfucker trying to cut out my limelight. Taking off the gloves for this one. Because I have no feeling in those hands.
If you were about it, you'd do it with the gloves.
I bet.
See how easy it is?
I'm so easy to manipulate, guys. Like, Kevin just has to, like, challenge me at anything, and I will cave 100%. This man rules my life.
This is why I'm going to cut it out.
Ice.
Because, well, you know what? Fuck it. I'm cutting this out of the audio portion.
Oh, the audio? Okay, that makes so much more sense. All right, cut it out of the audio. We'll just do the end here. But video, you guys get the treat of me fumbling around like a goddamn idiot. All right, so we are drinking tonight a Dark and Stormy Night. It's the name of the cocktail. It is essentially a Moscow Mule, but instead of vodka, we have rum. I have
Which B hates.
I don't like rum. You should go with a dark rum, but the only dark rum we had was $50, and I'm not buying that for one episode. So we're just going with regular rum here. But for the first ginger beer, we're going to start off with some Q ginger beer, bold and spicy, if I do say so myself. And we're just going 2-to-1, essentially. So 2 parts ginger beer to 1 part rum. You can measure it out and do, like 4 ounces of ginger beer and then do 2 ounces of rum. However you feel like doing it. I'm just going to measure with the Sol right now because, quite frankly, this is one of those cocktails you don't need to be precise with. Spike it up as you like it. Look at that. Look at the bubbles. Love them. Ginger beer's the shit, man. Do you like ginger beer?
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah, it's good. You're enjoying it so far?
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, so we're going to go ginger beer. We're going to top her off with about 2 ounces of rum. I am guesstimating here. I might have gone a little heavy on that pour, and I don't care because I don't have to do much at work tomorrow. And then we're going to finish that bad boy off with a schlop of lime juice. Shebang-a-bang. Dark and Stormy Night. My man's feeling it over here.
Oh, I just realized, I need to do something over here while you're just talking.
I mean, you could just, change the camera angle as you edit. Nah, you're right. I'm not going to give you more edit work. Dark and Stormy Night, folks. Give it a try. I wanted to go something simple because I was looking up a lot of Halloween cocktails.
This looks more like a tropical storm than Dark and Stormy.
They really do. If I had a dark rum like I'm supposed to, it would definitely look more Dark and Stormy. But I actually think this looks a little bit more like kind of like, that right as the sun's going down, that golden hour kind of thing. And sailors have that if the sky is red, there's going to be a storm kind of a thing. I don't know. I'm not a sailor.
Clearly, you don't like rum.
Yeah, fuck no. Rum. Me and Captain Morgan, or Sailor Jerry specifically, have a very long and storied history of me doing some dumb shit and throwing up a lot.
Apparently, there's another one called Admiral something. I forgot.
There is. I forget what it is. I'm going to say Admiral Buchanan. Buchanan just sounds like an admiral's name.
It's Buchanan's.
Shut up. That's your fucking what is it? Pistachio that always pisses us off.
What do you mean pistachio? That's how you pronounce it. There's a whole thing about this is how you know someone's white, by the way they pronounce Buchanan.
Dark and stormy night, guys. Let me know if you enjoy it. As I put up with this guy here. I think it's pretty good. The good thing about ginger beer is that it just takes over everything. Although I did actually put a lot more rum in here than I intended to, and I can definitely taste the rum. But it's not bad. Because, all right, if you went with the spiced rum on top of the ginger beer, that would just be an all-out assault on your taste buds. Especially with a lime in there to kick it up a notch. Like, ugh, that's a lot. So definitely go with a regular rum. A dark rum is ideal because then you get your dark and stormy. And
yeah, bring more ginger beer on Saturday because I still got 2 handles of Captain Morgan.
Do you for real?
Yeah.
Wait, what? Do you have stuff left over from my cocktail?
I probably, yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay. I forgot what I brought. All right. Anyways, I will bring more because I have a whole nother bottle in that bag.
But that's not what we all have here for today. We even have a snack to celebrate the Halloween theme.
Ooh, give me a snack. I didn't know this was coming.
So I saw this at Target the other day.
Oh, my brother, I love you.
And because, I've been watching a lot of Halloween stuff. As you were mentioned, if for those of you who have been with us since last year, you remember me talking about the Rugrats episode with the Reptar bars.
Yeah.
So we saw this Snicker bar that is called Ghoulish Green, which reminded me over here of the Reptar bars.
Why is it green? Is there something in there? Or is it
It's
just green?
It's just dyed green, I guess.
What?
So
Like
it's
the
a
whole bar?
It's a king size one, so there's 2 separate.
Ooh, yeah. I'm gonna have to wash these gloves after this.
So here we're gonna try it. Let's see if it turns your tongue green, just like a Reptar bar.
Ugh. Mmm. God,
There's
I
a green.
fucking love Snickers, dude. That's good stuff, man. That's so good. Remember, you're not you when you're hungry. Get Snickers. I apologize. I hate people eating on podcasts.
I mean, I just took a bite for it, so. Also, for those who don't know, my jaw clicks because I had to get braces, and I had to realign my jaw for it.
It's true. I hate eating with this guy because it's so loud.
It's not my fault.
It's not your fault, but every time it happens, I hear it click, and I'm just like, God damn it, Ketty.
I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry that I wanted to get good teeth.
Couldn't be me.
I don't know. What was that Snicker songs? I used to go Happy Peanuts soar over mountaintops of caramel.
Oh my God, yeah, I forgot about those commercials. Those were terrible commercials.
Oh, it's a great commercial. I don't know what you're
They're
talking
very weird.
Or was it over mountaintops of chocolate and caramels of waterfall?
I don't know, dude.
I think that's what it was.
I believe you 100%. I have no reason to doubt this. Absolute shenanigans. You're not just making this up on the fly. Although you could be. You goddamn psychopath.
Half the time I am. It was just very convincing.
I can't even trust my best friend. I hate this.
You can't?
All right.
I don't know. Maybe
Moving along. Dark and stormy.
Dark and stormy night. But the next topic that we have here, and this was inspired by a little discussion I had here with Tally the other day.
Okay.
And we were talking about, I was like, like I said, keeping up with the Halloween theme here. Where do you think you place in a slasher film? Are you the opening credits kill, or are you a final girl?
I'm definitely not a final girl, but I'm also definitely not an opening credits one.
Oh, Tally and I talked about where you would die, so I just want to see where you think you would die.
Oh shit. Okay, tell me where you think I'm going to die.
No,
after this.
I need to hear you
after
say
this. After this, but I think I make it pretty much exactly halfway. I'm the comic relief, so I'm making it at least halfway, maybe one person past that, or even the last kill where you think everything is safe and then suddenly I'm taking out LL Cool J and Deep Blue Sea. Mm-hmm. You're like, everything's cool. Oh my God, LL Cool J is going to survive this. Nope, he gets folded in half by a shark. Watch Deep Blue Sea. Great movie.
LL Cool J survives.
No, he gets folded in half. Wait, who gets folded in half? Somebody dies and they gets folded in half.
LL Cool J survives because in the end, I remember he tells, was it Thomas Jane?
Oh my God, that is Thomas Jane.
He tells Thomas Jane's character, he's like, "Hey, bring me some sushi."
Nice. Well, somebody dies. Very heartbreaking, but are you sure?
Yep.
I don't know if I believe this.
Deep Blue Sea does not have a final girl. It has 2 final guys.
How progressive?
I don't know.
I don't know either. But regardless, I think I'm about halfway or like one past that, or at the very furthest I get is the last kill. But I'm not final girl. But I'm not canon father either.
We had you at the 3rd kill.
Out of how many?
I don't know. I don't know how many people does Ghostface kill in his Scream movies.
Like 6 maybe?
Okay, that's halfway, I guess.
Okay, so right in the middle. Okay, I'll take
Your 3rd
that.
kill.
Thank you. That's about, yeah, okay, that's fair. What about you? You're making it to the end.
I make it to the end.
Or you're the killer.
We talked about this because I was just like, "Where do you think I am?" And we both agreed I make it to the end because from the very start, I would be like, "Fuck that, I'm out of here."
Yeah, 100%. You would just dip.
I'll just be like, "Nope."
Fuck you. I'll see you in the sequel. I don't give a shit.
I'll just be like, "Muchas gracias, pero no." Dios le bendiga. I'm out.
Donde está la biblioteca?
Oh man.
Yeah, I can see that.
But I was just like, okay, if I was in where she's like, you would fight, you'd probably be towards the end because like you would fight.
Yeah, you'd get out of there. You're quick too. You're hard to catch, so I could see that.
Yeah. And then with Tali, I told Tali, I was like, you'd definitely be a final girl because like you would, because like I've scared Tali and she swings on first sight.
Yeah, but that's not always the person who makes it. You know what I mean? Like,
not always, but I think she has final girl vibes.
yeah, she does. She does 100%.
So yeah, I mean, between the two of us, I don't think either one of us are a final girl, but also I would not be there.
Yeah, true. You're not a final girl, but you're not even involved to begin with.
Exactly, because I'd just be like, fuck that. I'm
like,
out.
you're the one who leaves, so it's suspicious and they think you're the killer, but then they find out who the real killer is and they're like, oh my God. And then you come at the end of the day and you're like, oh, how's everyone doing? Or something stupid like that.
I'd be like Dewey.
From Scary Movie?
Not Dewey in Scary Movie. His name is
they
Doofy.
called him Doofy in Scary
Yeah.
Movie. There we go. It was Dewey in Scream.
But he was the killer in Scary Movie.
Not the first one.
Yeah, he was.
Oh, in Scary Movie, yes.
Yeah, he's the killer.
Yes. And then he ends up being Swagalicious.
So yeah, I think it's just funny. Like we were talking. We're just like, what do you think Brian would? We'd just be like 3rd kill. I'm like, yep, I could see that happening.
Well, thank you for not making me the first kill. Well, because the first kill always has to go to the black person. I'm just sorry. I'm sorry, guys.
No,
Black-
first kill is always the babysitter in the opening credits.
Ooh, babysitter, black guy, comic relief, the rest. Yeah, I could see that.
I don't know. I did say you were first kill at first, but then Tali was like giving you some points.
Wow, thank you, Tali. Okay, I usually don't get this back up from her, but thank you. Fuck you.
I said it because I was like knowing Brian and his Sanji simp vibes. I was like he would try to save his babysitter girlfriend.
Okay, I could see that. Yeah, but still, fuck you,
I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying.
Tali. Right here, lock it in. I appreciate you. You're the final girl in my heart. All right.
Oh my God.
Fuck
I'm
this
just
guy.
saying.
Just say less than. Got him, folks.
Speaking my truth here, just speaking my truth. But I guess for this next segment, I guess we'll do into
I just elbowed the wall.
a Halloween unboxing, a figure that I have here that I think is very much Halloween related.
I'm so jealous. I want him so badly.
So for the video portion here, just give me a minute over here to set him up.
Ooh. Look at my boy.
Here we have the Bring Arts Sora. Looking over here, though, I think I might have to redo this with a different video just to make it look better. But this is just so I can have something to talk about, basically.
Fair enough.
Here we have, Bring Arts. It's just a smaller art scale from the Play Arts line from Square Enix. This is the Halloween Town version of Sora from Kingdom Hearts 2 when he goes back to visit Halloween Town, but this time it combines the Keyblade with the Christmas Town and Halloween Town, as you can see here.
Ooh.
What's really cool about it is this is regular Sora form, and in Halloween Town, I guess he takes like on a vampire look, I guess you could say.
Yeah, a little bit.
I don't know how else you would put it, basically.
Yeah, the mask on the side of the head always was like, okay, sure, whatever.
I don't know what it was, but what's really cool about the mask on the side is actually that you can change it.
Oh!
Yeah, you can change it depending on whatever dry form Sora is actually in, as in the game.
His whole head just came off.
It's part of the process to take it off.
It's part of the magic, folks. I just see him picking him up and looking at me dead in the eye, and I just see him fall at the corner of my eye. Oh, I love that. Don't worry, folks. It's going to be worth it in the end.
Oh, yeah.
So much editing for you, buddy.
It's okay. I got a whole weekend to do this before Halloween.
Good enough. I have all next week off, so let me know. I'll come over. I'll help you out.
So in this head here, I could think this is called the master form, or maybe the final form. But this one has like divides to the magic and the valor form mask.
Ooh.
And then the other mask that we have here. Let's see if I can take it off without removing his head. I mean, it's easier with the head removed, but
I heard that before, brother.
But, it's Halloween time. I love Halloween Town Sora. I think it's one of the best ones. I believe this with the red mask on is his Valor form.
Oh, nice.
So he does have a second Keyblade. I just don't feel like changing the other hand to make it fit.
Yeah, he has been doing a lot of work already.
So we do get the regular Kingdom Key over here. Yeah. I mean, I do wish we had like the Pumpkin King, which is like the black one.
That's a great, and it's like jagged on. Love Nightmare Before Christmas, and that was always my favorite level, and it was always my favorite Keyblade.
So it's also really cool because it also even comes with the second head, and this one I feel the crown is final form, but this is in Halloween Town. He gets the crown. It could also be limit form. I could be wrong. I gotta relook to see what each form does.
It's been a minute, folks.
Yeah, there's a heart piece here that also, this might be final form. I mean, I could look it up, but we'll see. And then another headpiece here for...
My man's got a head for days.
This one I know for sure is for magic, the mask. Then obviously, the pumpkin head one is a default. So, yeah.
Which is classic.
But yeah, here we have Halloween Town Sora, which I love it. It's good scale, but the best part is if you do have the SH Figure Arts Donald and Goofy, it goes perfect with it.
Oh, I bet. Is he about to pull them out? Yes, he is about to pull them out. Oh, you got the whole goddamn squad here.
Oh yeah, got the whole damn squad.
Goofy's a tall motherfucker, dude.
Yeah. From goof to goof to goof.
Yeah, look at him go. That's my dude right there. We got Donald hitting him with the Zeta Flare. I goddamn near cried during that part in Kingdom Hearts 3.
So, yeah, then you have the whole group lined up here.
Look at my boys.
I think I'm gonna definitely do like its own photo shoot just to showcase them all better, because looking on here,
it's not boys.
So, yeah. Like I said, Halloween Town Sora. I wish they did variations of Goofy and Donald as well, but maybe licensing and whatever, who knows.
Oh, that'd be so good.
But yeah, I think it would be really cool as well. Hopefully we get more in the future, but yeah, this is one unboxing that I wanted to do here for you guys today. Just a special Halloween unboxing, I guess.
It looks great, man. The background looks amazing too. Like, damn.
Yeah.
Good setup you got, buddy. This man's good. Follow his page. His photography is incredible.
But yeah, I think looking at this here, I'm going to do a separate video for it. I did want to have a second camera set up for it, but it wasn't working. Like I said earlier in the previous videos, like every video that we do, it's only going to improve.
We're gonna get slightly better each time.
Yeah. I think with this one here, we're definitely slightly better already. On here.
Oh boy, do we? Can't we stay here forever with the toys?
And as we end our night here on Halloween,
It's been such a jank last half hour. I love it.
we will wrap it up here with our final segment of the day, and that is
Question time, baby.
question time.
Question time. Question time. Question time. We still need the theme song for this.
That's true. But for all those who want to have your questions featured over in the Divergent 64 podcast, send your questions over to our Instagram page at Divergent 64 in our question prompt, or leave a comment on our YouTube channel with the word question.
Or just text us, DM us, do some ye old cave painting so that future generations will get word back to us. Whatever you got to do, folks. Starting to run out of forms of communication here.
But the first question that we have here is from Pablo. Once again, he is asking, how mad will you be if you have to set up the mics?
If we have to set up the mics?
This guy pre-planned this already.
Yo, I mean, I walked into the studio and I was like, why is there mics everywhere? Laying on the table and shit like that. Not too bad, actually.
It's whatever.
I'm just sitting here relaxing, having a pregame drink while Keddy is setting everything up, so I'm cool with it, Pops. You do your thing, buddy.
He saw our video episode and was just like, fuck, I gotta delay these guys.
They're coming for us. Yes, we are.
Oh yeah, he's like, damn, they got transitions and everything.
Yeah, we transing out here.
But no, it wasn't that bad setting everything up. It's a lot smoother than the last time, I will say. A lot smoother than the last time.
Again,
That's for sure.
the bar was low.
Bar is very low, but hey, it's going up each time.
Yeah.
What's it called? This like the salmon ladder in Arrow.
Yeah.
Like that one. That's apparently what that show was famous for. But whatever.
That's what that show. Yeah, kind of actually. That show made me work out a lot more because I saw Stephen Amell and I was like, yeah, I should do some stuff with my life.
Dude was ripped.
Man was did.
Yeah.
And then the show happened around it.
But yeah, the next question that we have here is from best friend John the Carpenter.
My guy, what's up, Johnny?
He is asking, what's the scariest movie / show you've ever seen?
I mean, recently after watching As Above, So Below, I hate my life after watching that movie. So that was pretty high up there. Poltergeist fucked me up for a long time because every time I saw static on the TV, I got scared that I was about to get haunted. And that's probably all I really got. I don't really watch a lot of scary movies, so like I don't have a good grasp for all of this.
Me either. I don't think I have too much of a good grasp. I guess, I don't know.
Bro, you had an entire year where you were terrified to go to the bathroom.
That's different.
Well, entire month last year is what I meant to say.
Well,
But
I mean,
still.
I wasn't really scared, but it's just like it was fun watching those movies. Every scary movie, like, it's pretty fun. Like, I'm not scared, but when it gets to dream time, that's where it fucks me up.
Yeah.
So I would say my dreams are the scariest shit to happen to me.
Dude, you know what I'm going to say is a thing that haunts my dreams but wasn't meant to be a scary movie? Neverending Tale, when the goddamn horse, or was it the unicorn? But the goddamn horse dies in the swamp.
Oh, and the Neverending Story?
Yeah.
It is very
That
sad.
scene fucked me up for a very long time. Like, whew. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's
I don't know.
the best I got right now.
I guess The Exorcist. I don't know. That's one of the movies that fucked me up as a kid.
See, I never really cared about The Exorcist. Like, I've seen it, and I'm like, okay, cool. Oh my God. Sorry, I just got a sense memory. Children of the Corn. Because I saw this One year at my buddy's house, we all slept over and we all watched scary movies and stuff like that. Same buddy that I had the matching costumes with for 5 years, by the way, completely on accident. So we were at his place and we were watching scary movies and we fell asleep watching Children of the Corn. And they pranked me by putting a baby doll next to me so that when I woke up, I just had a baby in my face staring at me. We just watched Children of the Corn, which is a fucking horrifying movie. And a little ginger boy is the antagonist in this movie. And so everyone called me Malachi for a while.
Actually, wait, I think I just thought of something that did terrify me for a while.
Right, see? All right, you need that. You need the juices to flow.
And that was the movie Zodiac.
Okay, Gyllenhaal, baby.
So I saw the movie Zodiac one summer. And, I was like, oh shit, this is fucking scary. Like, the fact that he was never caught still terrifies me.
Yeah. I mean, it's Ted Cruz, but yeah.
I think one time we went out fishing with my cousins and everything, it was late. We come back to shore and everything. And then I had to go use the bathroom. And, like, the bathroom is, like, at a walk down, like, the pier kind of thing. And then I was like, fuck. I was like, I don't want to go alone.
You about to get Zodiac'd, fella.
I even said it out loud. I was like, anybody else want to go to the bathroom? Anyone?
Anyone? Y'all want to cross streams real quick?
And then someone else is just like, yeah, I got to go to the bathroom too. I'm like, okay, cool. And then I'm walking, and then my cousin says that he's just like...
And then he murdered them.
My cousin's just like, he's like, you know what this area reminds you of? I'm like, no, what? He's like, remember we were watching Zodiac? And I was like, fuck, dude, I didn't want to think about it, but it's like, it 100% does. And he's like, I needed to go to the bathroom, but I didn't want to go alone. So I'm glad you said something. And I'm like, we're about to fucking die, aren't we?
Yeah, you are.
But it's like the perfect scene for him to strike, and I was just like, fuck.
Yeah, fishing at night, worst thing in the world.
The thing is, we came back to shore at night. We were fishing all day.
Still terrifying.
It is terrifying.
Water,
but yeah,
very easy to jump a body. Just saying.
Yeah. So I would say that's probably the scariest movie because it does terrify me because I'm like, this motherfucker's still out there. I mean, obviously, maybe not anymore, but he could have copycats. He could have proteges.
Got caught recently?
I don't know.
I don't know either. It's Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz. Fuck you, buddy.
And then the next question that we have here is from Level Up Alexis, and she is asking, do you believe in ghosts?
No, I don't.
I don't know why he doesn't. I 100% believe in ghosts. Like, what the fuck? Are you kidding me?
I am so white. We just don't care. We do not care.
Oh, 100% believe in ghosts. As you've heard in the last episode, I recounted some ghost stories, and I'm like, fuck that. No gracias.
Yeah, and I recounted a story of someone who saw a ghost that I didn't believe. So,
like, have a good night. I'm done with it.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, fine, that's cool, whatever.
No.
Yeah, I have zero fear of ghosts. I'm sorry. Like, as much as I love Halloween and being scared, I just am not scared by that shit. So
I don't know. My grandma doesn't think there's good ghosts. She thinks all spirits are evil spirits, and I'm just like, well, that's one way to put it. But
because I can see where she's coming from. Because like, if they were good, they would have crossed over to the good side by now. So the ones who are left behind are the ones with unresolved issues, and usually that's because of a bad thing. So I agree with that. If there were to be ghosts, which there's not, then they would all be bad.
There's definitely ghosts. Definitely.
I'm as close as you're gonna get, buddy.
I don't know, because even when I pulled up here, I had like this weird anxious feeling, and like my hands were shaking. I'm like, why the fuck am I feeling nervous and anxious?
Because you were so excited to record with your best friend? No, it couldn't be that. Couldn't be that at all.
It was like the weirdest feeling ever. And I even told Talia, I was like, I don't know why I'm like anxious. My hands are shaking. She's like, what happened? I was like, I don't know. I was jamming out to like Pokemon songs on my way here, so I was like, I was in a good mood. I get out of the car, and all of a sudden, like, this weird feeling crawls over me, and I texted her because I was just like, "Are you doing okay?" I was like, "Is everything good?" I was like, "Maybe it's my sixth sense, maybe it's my spider sense, my Peter tingle."
My man's got a Peter tingle, and my man's Peter is tingling.
I mean, who knows? Who knows? But yes, 100% believe in ghosts.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. We got yin and yang over here. That's what makes this podcast work, folks.
The next question we have here is from Kayla. She's saying, if you don't believe in ghosts, you're a bitch.
Why were those back to back? I stood on such a hill just to be sniped off of it. God damn almighty. Fuck you.
But then her follow-up actual question is asking, what's the worst scare you've ever had?
I hate you all so much. The worst scare I've ever had.
Yeah.
I am sure it wasn't anything impressive. It was just somebody like leaping out at me at work or something like that. Unless you want to talk about pregnancy scares. Am I right, folks? The real ones know. The scariest one is the one that isn't a scare. But in reality, I don't know. I don't know what I can't have a specific moment. It just, jump scares. I don't deal well with jump scares.
Clearly after that Nun trailer.
Dude, that Nun trailer fucked me up. I was like, okay, it's gonna come. And then it came and I was like, I'm still terrified. I don't give a shit.
Let me see. What is my worst scare?
You rattled off a whole lot last week, buddy.
That's not my worst scare. I think my worst scare had to be where... Let's see. I mean, I saw a car accident happen right in front of me before my eyes, and I was like, oh, fuck. It's like, am I about to get into a car accident? But no, thankfully, I avoided it.
Oh, I've seen one too. But I was like, stop. So, like, it wasn't that bad.
No, this is on the highway.
Oh, I've had some highway scares.
There's some highway scares. I don't know. What are some other scares?
You almost got dragged out by a riptide.
I mean, yeah, that was terrifying, actually. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't really recall something else that terrified me like that. I mean, I've had numerous close calls to like death, but something or someone out there is looking out for me where I look up or I become aware at the right moment to avoid any danger.
The spidey senses.
Maybe. Or someone out there that just loves me. Who knows?
Angels in the outfield.
That could be it. No, actually, no. I just remembered something.
Oh, we got one, folks. Okay, Let's go.
This happened in El Salvador. During one of my visits there, we're driving down to go to the ocean. I went separately in a different car from my parents and everything. All my cousins were all in the back of a truck and everything. And mind you, my parents live next to, like, their village is next to the ocean, but up in the mountaintops. So to come to the ocean, we have to descend from the mountain and everything. But the path down there is not like, it's not like a paved streetway like you fucking have here in the U.S. and everything. This is like rocky hills and everything, shit like that. So we're on our way down, and I remember this because as we're turning a curve, the guy yells out saying, it's like, hey, everyone jump to the left side because the truck was tipping over. And if that truck tipped over, we've all been fucking dead.
Hey guys, real quick, just jump and save our lives. Cool.
Oh, yeah, it definitely terrifying.
Miss Frizzle would never.
Like, can you imagine? Like, I if that guy survived and like all of us just fucking flew off that thing from over the edge of the mountain. Oh my god, I could have died. Could have died back in 2003.
Okay.
So that's probably the worst case. I was just like, oh shit. I was like, I gotta fucking lean for my life. Lean back for my life.
Lean back. Lean back. Fat Joe was trying to save us all.
But yeah, I think that's probably my worst scare of my life, actually.
Or some Lil Jon, from the window to the wall, trying to save your lives. That's what these songs are, folks. They're just preparations for the end times.
You had it going with the first one, but the second one.
Yeah, lost him. I had him going in the first half. Yeah. Shit.
And then the last question is also from Kayla, and she's saying, thoughts on haunted houses and any fun stories? I'm pretty sure I got stories covered last episode.
Fair enough. Haunted houses, I thoroughly enjoy. They are a good time because I love to be scared.
We did do a haunted house in that corn maze.
We did a haunted house one time a few years ago, and I thought Daniel was in the bathroom, and so I ran up. And I slammed on the porta potty and just like tried to freak him out. And then the guy who came out was nobody I knew. So I had just terrorized a random stranger while we were waiting in line for whatever haunted house we were at, which was a very cool haunted house, by the way.
It was pretty cool.
Like we had to park somewhere. What was that one? We had to park somewhere, and we had to take like a bus ride to where the actual haunted house was, and it was supposed to be like one of the best ones in the state. Like it wasn't Statesville Prison or anything like that, but it was still pretty up there for like high rated haunted houses for Illinois. That was really fun. That was great. Sorry, random guy who's pre-scared shit I disrupted. But you know, shit happens.
I've been to a haunted house where like you have to make no reaction, and I'm so glad I did no reaction.
Yeah,
like you have to have your hand in front of the person in front of you, and nobody wanted to be the first person. I was like, "Fuck it, I'll be the first person."
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I'm usually like up front or something like that.
That's where someone told me it's like you could be a serial killer because like you had no expressions. Now I'm just like I don't know.
You're just thinking about moving forward. That's the thing about being in first. You have the option to do two things. You have the option to just move forward and keep walking, and you know scary shit's happening, but your whole goal is focused on just walking forward. Or you can be there and kind of like sauntering and looking around and like waiting to be scared, and then you freak out your whole group and everything like that. You were just like, we're moving forward because I'm in charge, so I'm moving forward. So I could see that.
I think another one I did was basically they had like a killer on the loose kind of thing, and you had to get out before they got you.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
I remember I dodged him because I opened the door, I hit behind the door, and as he like came in trying to look, I just swung around the door and just ran out.
You did. You didn't like Monty Python his ass?
Yeah. But the thing is, like, when I opened the door, I like held myself on the door handle from the other side. So I held myself up, like I was like struggling to hold myself up on the door handle. So when he opened it, I'm still like on the other side of the door. And so like when it was swinging back the other way, I just flipped over and just bolted.
Okay.
You got to do what you got to do to survive.
Yep. That's how you get there, folks.
So
golly.
Yeah. That's about it. But like I said, as for fun stories, refer to the previous episode because I got plenty there.
Yeah, there's too many.
But to end the night here, we appreciate you guys listening to another Halloween special of the Diversions podcast, hosted over here by Ava01
and Captain Hammer.
We hope you have a happy Halloween and get some good trick-or-treaters. You know, go out and get some candy as yourselves.
There you go.
As always, we appreciate you listening to another episode of the Diversion Podcast. Follow us over at Diversion64 on Instagram and all platforms. But most importantly, remember to have yourselves a ghoulish time.
Later, ghouls.